Whoa! What's up, boys?
Hey, what's up?
Hey! What's up? Start Dart?
I am
Yeah.
sick and tired of dealing with this New York Giants football team that can't even put anything competitive on the field. Boo! I mean, the Dallas Cowboys should be even more ashamed of themselves and their defense for what they allowed the Giants to do to them. Everybody, top to bottom, John Mara, sell the team. Dayball, you're fired. All the coordinators, get out. Who's running four go route or four out routes on fourth down? It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is the most frustrating Giants team I've ever watched ever, and I'm here. My patience level is here. I'm done.
So
I
is what happens now? Do they go? They don't go to Jameis before they'll leave Russell in before they go to Jameis. Does Dart start finally?
Dayball came out today and said he's leaving the quarterback competition conversation open. So
Yeah.
he's open to having it. I'm good with it. You have to you drafted a guy in the first round for a reason. Uh, the reason is starting to rear its ugly head. So it's about time the Giants
Yeah,
figure it out, do something, shake it up. Dayball, I think, unless they happen to win the Super Bowl this year, he's gone.
yeah. I definitely don't think you definitely don't want to throw Dart in yet for sure. You want to you know,
What are you
don't
waiting for,
want to throw him to
Christmas?
the
Yeah, you
wolves.
do. What do you want
I
to
would
do?
I
Leave
don't.
Wilson in?
I would say just sit back and be patient and don't ruin the kid. And the
They're not
season
gonna
was a
do
wasted
that.
season anyway for the Giants. We all knew that going
That's not
into it.
true.
Yeah, no,
Eh,
I
I
disagree.
I disagree
I
wholeheartedly.
Well, I think you don't want to throw in a young quarterback too early. If he gets ruined going into next year, then he might have bad confidence. I think they need to wait a little bit longer.
Normally I might agree with you. I think Cam Ward, the number one pick overall, is more of a project than Jackson Dart is.
I think
I
so
think
too.
what we
I
saw in the
will
preseason from
second that.
Jackson Dart is what we're going to see. The kid is electric. He's a gamer. He's a Baker Mayfield remix. He will find ways to win. Their team isn't as bad as they thought we were. Hold on, though. We're spending way too much time on the Giants. Like you said, Ant, better luck next year. Um,
Yeah,
I
hopefully
never
with
know.
John Gruden. John Gruden loves Jackson Dart.
so this was our first week of like real detrimental injuries.
Oh
Yeah,
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 Uh,
what an onslaught.
The NFC West lost Bosa and James Conner.
yep,
Those are two mega players on two good teams.
yep.
Yeah,
Well, Cardinals me, but for those fantasy guys, CD Lamb is going to be out for a while.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
that it
that definitely
matters
hurts.
Mike
because the
Evans
Cowboys are
hamstring out for a
done.
while.
Yeah, a lot
Not
of
that
injuries.
Tyrone. Back to the Giants. Not that Tyrone Tracy mattered much, but he's done for a while.
Oh, is he done
Dislocate,
for a while?
dislocated shoulder. Yep.
Cam Scatterboo is awesome.
Cam
Yeah,
Scatterboo.
He
he's a
is
nice player.
awesome.
Yeah,
Scataboopy doopy. Yeah, he's great. Najee Harris, rest in peace. He's done for his entire career. I think James
Yeah,
Conner. I think James Conner as well. We'll probably call it a career
yeah,
at
yeah,
this point. I mean, what are you really going to do? You're going to
yeah,
continue to put yourself out there and keep getting hurt and more hurt. You're not going to be able to walk when you're 50.
All
yeah.
right,
There's
so
definitely just a ton of injuries yesterday.
Yeah.
It was brutal all the way around the NFL.
Yep.
what happened? There's four teams I want to talk about real quick. Four Super Bowl contenders. Okay,
Talk about him.
the Chargers are
Whew.
maybe the best team in the league.
I don't hate that. I'm excited to see what the Ravens have tonight, but yeah, I'm ready to put them up there as an elite Super Bowl contender. Their
Yeah.
defense, their defense, everything that they do, front to back, defense, offense, they were all over Denver's offense yesterday.
It's
Oh yeah.
it's
The
yeah.
Chargers are definitely a heavyweight contender. They're 3-0. Offense is playing good, defense is playing good. They got a coach. There's really nothing you could dislike at this point
How about
with them.
how about the breath of fresh air from Quentin Johnston making himself a viable
Yeah.
a viable wide receiver
Yeah,
there.
the third year pop. I mean,
It
he's
is
been
not
playing
Lad
good.
McConkey. It is not Lad McConkey anymore.
It's a thorn in your side, Keenan Allen.
Yeah. Oh, he's the most annoying play. But what they were doing in that Broncos game is they were exposing the Broncos' weakness, which is their linebacking crew without Greenlaw. There were just holes. Keenan Allen was falling. He was going in the hole and just sitting there making a camp, and they were throwing it to him. They are
Yeah.
very good. They're
It's a
very
great
well
veteran
coached.
play. Yep.
Very good, very well coached, and they have Lad McConkey there if they need it. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Another Super Bowl contender. What the hell happened in Cleveland?
Poop the bed.
Cleveland. I said it last week. Cleveland defense might be the best
solid.
in the. Yeah, they're amazing, and they have
Yeah.
the best player, Myles Garrett. They
Yeah.
are awesome.
Yes, they're a very good defense. They're incredible at stopping the run. They stopped Derrick Henry. They stopped Josh Jacobs. They stopped Chase Brown. You can say all you want about how bad the offense is in Cleveland, but that defense is ready to rock at any time.
Yeah. When I saw that score that the Browns pulled off that upset, I think my jaw dropped. I was so shocked. But yeah, they played a good game and they took them to the wire and they pulled it out in the end. And that was definitely a bad that was a survivor pick for sure that a lot of people went down on.
Oh
I think
boy,
everyone
Oh,
would have
yeah.
bet the house on the Packers, especially after how they played the first 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
But the NFL is always unpredictable.
Oh
Even
yeah.
when you think you figure something out, something like that happens.
Any
And
given Sunday.
that was insane.
So
Yeah.
take this takeaway from the Eagles Rams game. Okay, do the Eagles look kind of vulnerable, or do they look even better knowing that Jalen Hurts can just turn it on when he wants?
I would say that they look even better because I think they might have like a Ferrari in the garage with Hertz and AJ Brown that they really don't even use. I mean, it seems they still got the firepower. If they need it, they go and use it. But if they don't, Barkley and tush pushes, it is for us. But
Yeah.
Eagles are solid.
We've been saying it about the Eagles all year with Nick Sirianni and that coaching scheme. Yeah, it's not pretty, but they know that they're gonna step on the field and they're the better team from the other team on the other side of the ball. So, and they're gonna run it down your throat, either with the quarterback or with Saquon Barkley. And if they absolutely need to, they'll definitely hit you with Devontae Smith or AJ Brown.
Yeah, AJ Brown looked real. He was making
Yeah.
some tough catches.
AJ Brown looked like AJ Brown, like how
Yeah,
he's supposed
yeah.
to look.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree with what Anthony said. I think it makes them look even better. But we didn't touch on, and there's a lot of good teams. The Buccaneers undefeated. The Bills, we already spoke about, they're undefeated. But the team that I think is the overall number one team, the best team, and it's not even close. How good are the Colts?
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah.
They have a real.
Have they
That's
punted
insane.
yet? Have they punted yet?
Yes, they did. It was their 20th drive. Daniel Jones, I'm watching the scoreboard, the ticker down low, and I'm seeing all these quarterbacks throw for like 50 yards, 80 yards. I see Daniel Jones like 180 at half. I'm like, they're amazing.
You know who looked good? Who's looked good as well?
The
Sam
Colts.
Darnold. Yeah, well, yes, but Sam Darnold, another one that looked pretty good as well.
Yeah.
15 for 18, two tutters.
Yeah, Sam Darnold's a good player. You just
Come on,
can't
guys,
you
they
just
played
can't
the
really ask him
Saints.
to do too much though. Just in general. Yeah, I know, but Darnold could take care of a team for sure. Just don't ask him to do too much because
Like you said,
that turnovers might come out with him.
good teams beat bad teams, whether it's the Saints or not.
No,
Yeah,
you're
that was a
right. You're right.
dominating performance too.
They
It
took
wasn't
care
just
of
a win,
business.
that was a beating.
That's what. Yeah, you're supposed to put a beating on a bad team like that.
Yeah,
Kudos to Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Going back to Daniel Jones, Daniel Jones was going to get Dable fired on the Jets, and Daniel Jones is going to get Dable fired off of the Jets if he continues to do as well as he is.
the Giants, Skip, not the Jets.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
God.
That's all right.
God.
We all know what you meant.
I'm looking at the Jets score right now. That's what my bad. Yes, Daniel Jones is going to get Dable fired from the Giants.
Now,
I don't want to talk. I don't even want to say their name.
That's a team. That's a team who I think is. I would call them contenders, but I think they're just not quite to the elite team tier yet. I think the Buccaneers. They are Baker
Oh yeah,
Mayfield is
Gamer.
awesome.
Gamer.
yeah,
Gamer. He is
Gamer.
awesome.
Yep.
They have a good defense. They have a good offense. They have the best rookie. Um, they have a great running back. They have a great team,
Yeah,
man.
it's just unfortunate
yeah,
that they lost Mike Evans right now. Hopefully he can get back right.
They get Godwin back.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting Godwin back too, so it's kind of one in, one out at this point with those two.
Shepard's
Yeah,
Yeah,
playing well.
but
yeah,
if is Godwin going to come back and be Godwin form, or
yeah,
he
yeah.
might be a step behind. That was a
Of course,
pretty gnarly injury he got last year,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I'm really
and he's
impressed with
not a spring chicken
Mayfield.
anymore.
Mayfield is awesome, and he doesn't get the amount of respect he
Yeah.
deserves.
Yeah.
No,
He's
I've been
just been
saying it.
killing it, and yeah, 3 comeback wins.
Gamer,
He's been great.
gamer.
Two quarterbacks that are spoken of, and I think this is the first year that at least both of them, at least one of them, I think people are finally off
Oh yeah,
the talking about this guy like he's something good because he was great in college. Trevor Lawrence and CJ Stroud both stink.
yeah,
They
Yeah,
are bad.
yep,
Like there's no more excuses for
no,
CJ Stroud. They are both
yeah,
very bad.
yeah. That
yeah,
ain't it.
yeah. I'm done with the excuses with both of them. I just think they're both really not that great at all. I mean, good. And yeah, CJ Stroud, come on. He had one the rookie year. Ever since then, he's been going downhill. I mean, last year they did make the playoffs, but it wasn't really that impressive. He didn't build upon that rookie season. This year, he looks even worse. Um, Trevor Lawrence
Yeah, I'm kicking
not
myself in the
doing
butt
not
for
doing
holding on to
anything.
his rookie cards.
Yeah. Oh, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence,
Uh,
C.J. Stroud. Yeah,
yeah,
kick.
they're both going downhill, and Lawrence didn't really get a pop with the new head coach either, because he worked with Mayfield. You thought that Lawrence would come around a little bit, but he's still not doing anything. I mean,
Duval.
yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So really, if you were, let me ask you, while we have those two on topic, you're building a franchise.
That's a good one.
Who would you rather, Lawrence or Stroud?
Stroud.
Really, that quick?
That quick. That quick. I've seen enough of Trevor Lawrence in the last year or two. He doesn't have zip on his balls. The balls don't get there with any sort of urgency. And I've watched CJ Stroud just last week. Even when he's sitting in the pocket and he's delivering the ball, it still looks like an effortless motion from him, and there's a lot of zip on his ball. It's getting to where it needs to go. Whereas Lawrence, it's just kind of almost like Bryce Young. They're just kind of like floating it over to the wide receiver, and they're getting people killed.
You know what's interesting in both too? They both played in great, great college football teams. I mean, Lawrence with Clemson and CJ
Yeah.
Stroud on Ohio State. I mean, great talent around them. Maybe they made them look better than they
Well,
really
Ohio
are,
State,
but
yes, Ohio
you
State
know,
does not make good NFL quarterbacks.
right.
No.
So
They don't.
it's it's really hard to pick a quarterback and you think he's going to produce because there's just so much to it.
They stink. Um,
Yeah.
no, let me ask you. Aside from the Giants having some quarterback controversy, what do you think about the Falcones?
Oh God.
Remember, I said that before the season. Everyone on the internet had two skip. Everyone had two season-long bets. The whole TikTok, everyone, oh, do the over. How's it going to go over? They had
Yeah.
Michael Penix over 19 and a half touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's way
Yeah, I
under.
do remember
And they
you
had
saying that.
Marvin Harrison over 950 receiving yards, also way under. Now,
I
if
feel
you're the
bad for that kid.
Falcons, he'll be fine. Now,
I
if
think
you're
he'll
the,
be fine. Yeah.
if you're the Falcons, who are you starting at quarterback next week?
Well, if you start with the benching, you're really going to start messing with Penix's confidence. I think you kind of still got to roll with him until you know that you know what you got. I think you got to keep coaching him up and give him the confidence to go out there and play better. Because once you start switching, it just gets a little ugly. So I would still go with Penix,
Yeah, that's a
but
good point. That's a really good
you
point.
know,
Yeah, it's a great point,
that's usually how it will go.
especially this
But
early in the season.
yeah, exactly. That's what exactly this early in the season. But if it was later in the year, the answer might be different,
Well, I think
especially if the playoffs are on the line.
they prematurely took Cousins out too early last year.
Right.
They should,
Well,
and I think
yeah. Well, they want to play the younger guy. That's the pressure to play him. Just like even like Dart, we were talking about the pressure to play this guy. Like,
Different story.
all right, well, I'm
Different
just saying,
story.
still the same
Yeah,
type of,
you're
Russell
right.
Wilson's
younger
so
player,
bad.
older player. There's always a lot of pressure to play the younger guy.
Well, Giants don't have much to lose. Russell Wilson
I hear you. Oh, I
like
agree.
he had a really good game against a really the Cowboys made Caleb Williams look like an all pro yesterday.
Yeah,
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 Caleb
their
looked good.
defense stinks.
Yeah, Caleb did he looked great. That's probably the best game of his career.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Any confidence in Caleb after that game
No,
or
no,
No,
no?
no, thank you.
no, I
Broken
don't.
clock is right twice a day,
Yeah.
guy. Just so happened to strike on
Yeah.
that day.
No, I hear you. Yeah, I mean that well, at least he did play good versus a bad defense, so he did what he's supposed to do. But,
Absolutely. Put a
you
whooping
know,
on the Cowboys.
of course.
That's a good point. Who did they lose to week one and he stunk? Oh, okay.
Who did?
We can have that conversation. Um, so he did bad against a very, very good Minnesota pass defense. He did bad against that. Okay.
But he did
Mhm.
start
Um,
off hot that game.
he
10 for
started
10.
off. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. And then I'm not sold on the Lions having the best of defenses, but they're a good team, and their offense was just going nonstop. There was nothing
Right.
he was going to do. Maybe we wait and see Caleb next week.
Yeah, I would definitely
Raiders,
wait and see.
Raiders,
Raiders, all
maybe,
right, that's another good matchup for him. So if he could
maybe.
start building some confidence and he's got Ben Johnson, I'm not completely out on Caleb, but I'm not 100% in either. But if he could start building these good performances up, it's another good matchup for him.
They need to trade DJ Moore. They got to get
Yeah, they're
DJ
not even
Moore.
using him.
Right, exactly. They got to get him out of there. It's obviously there must be some sort of discrepancy between him and Caleb that he's not throwing him the ball at
They're
all.
they're friendly on the sidelines.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think DJ Moore's a really good teammate because he's been in bad situations and he's played well his whole career.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a good player. He's been on all bad teams and
Hmm.
put up
Yeah.
pretty good stats on all these bad teams.
Yeah.
Now, Anthony, I know you went to the game, the Commanders game yesterday.
Yep.
So what did we learn about the Raiders are bad.
Yeah, Raiders are a bad team.
They're bad.
Their
And
They're
offensive
not
Jen,
at
line
the bottom of the
stinks.
barrel, but they're not exactly top notch either.
everything
Six,
stinks on
seven
them.
wins.
They're bad. They gave
Yeah.
up 41 to backup quarterback. They're very, very
Yeah.
bad. Their whole
Marcus
Well,
Mariota.
I mean, well, Washington just had a lot of big plays. They had the punt return. They had a 50-yarder to McLaurin. McNichols busted a long one. It was just a big play day for them. They really didn't drive the field consistently, but it was a beautiful thing to see for me. I was a very happy person yesterday at the stadium.
And congrats on your happiness. But as a person who's a Giants fan and misery loves company, I felt great about seeing the Packers lose, and my brother-in-laws have to deal with that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Joey Longs was at the game. He drove to Cleveland.
Oh,
Really?
really?
As a Packers
Oh,
fan, diehard
oh.
Packers
Oh,
fan.
Oh, that's why.
yeah, that stinks.
Um,
What about the Vikings?
yeah,
Carson
I was
Wentz.
just gonna bring that
Yeah,
up. Yeah, are
he looked all right.
yeah, I mean,
Fine, capable.
Do you leave Carson Wentz in there
yeah, oh
if he
Yeah,
yeah,
continues to produce?
yeah, I would.
yeah. I mean, I'm
But
looking at
then
his
know that you
numbers.
can't. I was gonna say, then know that you can't go right back to JJ if then Carson Wentz thinks you got to stick with someone for a little bit. Can't just go back and forth every week.
Well, it's kind of like when you have two quarterbacks in fantasy football and you flip and flop them.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
but this
game
is
flow
real.
the game flow impacted the way he played, but they won. Like he didn't need to shut the doors off. He
Yeah,
14, 20, 173, two touchdowns. Nothing to write home about, but it's
no,
fine. It's just the way the game went.
yeah, they
Yeah,
scored
and the
on
Bengals
defense
defense.
twice.
Yeah, the Bengals defense is terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bengals are bad.
Yeah, Jordan Mason tore them up just
yeah,
as I
Or,
predicted.
yeah, yeah.
that was a nice pick. Yep. And McCarthy, McCarthy, Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson produced just like we said
Yeah.
with Wentz. You said start him with
Well, they
confidence, and
produced
they both
more.
did well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Would Jefferson
Jefferson.
have 75 yards, no touchdown, right?
No, he
Yeah.
had 5 for 75 for the best wide
Five for
receiver in football.
75.
That's
Yeah.
not
No,
great.
it's not. That's not good, but
Yeah, but they got up on
probably
him.
better than.
They got
Yeah.
up on him early, and you're
Yeah, yeah.
coasting. You're not gonna
Yeah.
drive your Ferrari
Yeah.
over
Right.
gravel.
Well, he
Right.
still played 3 quarters. He still played 3 quarters. It wasn't great, but yeah, they were still throwing. I need
Well,
to see
Mason had the big
more.
one.
Yeah, I need to see more. You know who I thought looked good in a loss? It was a they shouldn't have lost that game. Well, I mean they should have because they turned the ball over like 6 times, 5 or 6 times. The
Patriots.
Patriots, yeah. Drake May looked good. I'm all in on Drake May.
Yeah, 28
Yeah.
for 37, 268, 2 tutters.
He ran. I'm all in on Drake May. Hunter Henry, huge game, but the veteran Rodgers made it happen.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think the Steelers are awful. I think Jalen Warren's awesome. He runs hard. He didn't put up the best game, but I like the Steelers, but I also like the Patriots. I wouldn't give
Yeah.
up on them. It sucks they're
Yeah.
1-2.
I wonder what's going on with Travion Henderson that he's not getting the ball more. Everybody was ready to crown him as the starting running back in preseason, but they put Ramondre out there, and
Ramondre just fumbles a million times a year. What are they doing? Bill Belichick would have had him in prison
Yeah.
if he was. What are they doing?
Bill
Yeah,
Belichick's in prison.
you're never going to win a lot of games turning over, obviously. So 5 turnovers, and they only lost by 7.
Yeah, it was a close.
Should have
game.
been
Yeah,
should have been a blowout, really.
you're bound
So
to
the
lose.
Patriots actually kind of really held themselves in there for the game. But I like Drake May too. He's been playing fine. Patriots will
look-
start winning. Bet some better matchups. They'll be okay.
Yeah, it appears Rodgers and DK had a little connection there. 3 catches. I mean, it doesn't look like anybody really put up big numbers as far as, passing or receiving goes.
No.
No, very, very average game, very quiet. Again, if you turn the ball over 5 times, the other team doesn't need to have exponential
Right.
stats.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
probably win just off of
They beat themselves. They
Right,
beat
Yeah.
bingo.
themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was there any? So we touched on all the games. Was there any team who surprised you in a good way, and any team that surprised you in a negative way? For me, I'll start off. I'm
What?
like, I don't care how good we're talking about the Browns defense. The fact the Packers lost that game made me really be like, okay, they might not be the best. If the Lions can beat the Ravens tonight, yes, the Packers beat the crap out of them first game, but it's the Lions division.
Yeah.
No,
If
I
they
still
beat the
believe in the
Ravens-
Packers. I still believe in the Packers for the yeah. I do, but I know where you're coming from. It's one game.
Yeah, and it's
Uh,
still very, everybody has this recency bias, and
Yeah,
I think everybody
I know.
needs to take a deep breath on things. It's
Exactly.
still only week 3. We can be talking a completely different tune on a few teams going into, week 10, week 11. So,
I know. The NFL is such a funny sport that it's a week-to-week sport. They only play once a week, so there's all different opinions every week. Last week, the Packers were the best team ever and starting to talk about an undefeated season. One week later, they lose to the Browns, and they're like, everyone's so down on them. They're somewhere in between.
Listen, they surprised me, and I think the Lions still are going to be prove if they win tonight, they prove why they won the division last year.
Yeah,
They beat
I mean,
a very
yeah,
good Ravens team.
I'll agree with you
They
then with that.
destroyed the Bears. Okay. The Packers, they might be better, but it's still the Lions division. Also, a team that surprised me for the good that we already spoke about being a contender, the Chargers. If
Yeah.
we look at their 3
Oh, yeah.
wins, guess what? They beat 3 division teams easily. Well, the
Yeah.
Broncos wasn't so easily, but they still won.
Oh, I
But
agree
the other
100%.
two, yes.
yeah, but they looked
surprising.
head and shoulders better than the Broncos. On
Yeah,
defense,
yeah, I agree,
on defense
I
and
agree.
offense, they just
I
looked
agree.
better than the Broncos.
I agree, but the Broncos are still a good team. They're the second best team in that division.
I don't think so.
He's always gonna bring up the
Oh,
He can
Chiefs
bring it
being
up.
third.
He can bring it
The
up all
Chiefs
he
are the
wants.
third
Yeah,
best
I know.
team.
I know.
I wonder who's ahead in the stats in the standings.
check.
Well, they're both 1 and 2.
Yeah, so I wouldn't know who would be.
Yeah, it goes to like tiebreakers
Oh, it
of
actually goes Chargers,
what?
Raiders, Broncos, Chiefs.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, well, that's not right. Something's wrong there.
I know the Chiefs are third.
Yeah, that's right.
What
They're
about you
not
guys?
fourth.
Anyone surprise you? Any
I was stocking up with the Bears. I thought it was an impressive performance. Caleb looked awesome. It was probably the best game of his career. If you're gonna do it, you got to start somewhere. Why not at home versus the Cowboys? And he delivered like he was supposed to. And they could start to get it going. I'm not saying I love it and I think it's gonna
Yeah.
happen, but that was impressive. That was a really impressive, good win for the Browns. I mean Bears.
So they let Russell
And
Wilson have the best game of his career, and then they let Caleb
yeah,
Williams have the
well,
best game of his
yeah,
career.
that's fine. You got to still do it. The team I'm just really, really down on is the Texans.
Yeah.
0-3.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud is bad. They have nothing on offense besides Nico Collins, and they can't even get him the ball most games. No, they're the favorites to win that division too. Like going into it.
Oh yeah, they were heavy favorites.
Yeah, and the Colts were plus 500 when we started to like them. They're plus 500 to win the division. We missed out. We missed out on that one.
We missed out on a
Yep.
Buka.
Especially that
Holy
we're
moly.
we're sinking our teeth into the Colts before anyone.
Yeah.
That was ours. We missed it. Now they're
If
3
only
and
I knew
0.
now
I
would
know.
have known
Yep.
then.
Now
Dude,
they're
and
3 and 0 and
Buka,
look
that was
great.
our first. That was our first Instagram post
Yes.
Yeah.
on our Gabon's Instagram.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one
We
too.
were all in on Ibuka.
Plus 4,000. That's insane.
I know.
Yeah.
But Skip, what about you? Any teams?
Not particularly. Probably the Colts. I was probably most surprised with the Colts, even though I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I'm starting to warm up to Daniel Jones being better in another location, and sometimes it just takes a change of scenery to breathe some life back into a person. Some confidence from somebody else, and you're not getting heckled constantly by the New York media because
Sam Darnold.
you got to have yes, exactly. You have to have really thick skin to play in New York City around that media. And kudos to Daniel Jones for sucking it up and dealing with it as long as he did. Same to Darnold. And I think that's why I give as much kudos to Eli Manning as possible as
Yeah.
being an underrated quarterback because you got a lot to deal with in New York. But yeah, the Colts probably are the team that probably is surprising me the most as of this season so far.
But I'm not saying in terms of season. Like after this week, is there anyone who is like even like surprising you for the worst? Like you thought they were going to be better?
Not at the moment.
No.
No, it's still too early for me to make judgment calls on that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree. But
I go week to week because we kind of have to.
I'm not a week to week. I like to see a large sample size and then I make
Yeah, because everything is
calls.
kind of there's only
Yeah.
4 undefeated teams and everything's kind of mix and mash and there's 1 and 2 teams and 2 and 1 teams and some of them shouldn't have won the weeks at the last week or you got to kind of wait till the road gets paved before I can
Yeah.
start
Right.
definitively saying I'm really surprised by this team. But as of right now, the Colts have to be
Yeah.
the Cinderella story for the league. Have to be.
I think the Colts and Chargers are really the talk of the NFL and the Bucks, but I don't think the Bucks are getting as much credit, but they should. I think those 3 teams are, a little
Yeah, well, the
surprising
Bucks
and
had
should get their
success last season,
roast.
so
Yeah, right.
you almost
Of
expect
course.
them to at least at the very least repeat themselves, if not do better than what they did
Yeah.
last season.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the Bucks, even though, right, like they had success last year, but still, they're a really good team. They might have a shot at something this year.
You ready? You ready for why people aren't as high on the Bucks versus the other teams? Because their point
Why?
differential is 6 points. Close games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. That's
Whereas
true.
the
They
other
didn't blow
teams are
anyone
looking
else.
dominant.
yeah. Hey, listen,
Uh,
you got to win. Doesn't matter what it says at the end, as long as there's a W next to your name.
well, that's what the Vikings have done for the past like several years that they've been good. They're barely winning. They're squeaking by, squeaking by. You just got to get in
You
and
just got to
then
get
take
there.
it game by game,
Look at the
one game at a
Giants
time.
in '07 or
Road
2011.
Yeah.
Warriors.
Yeah, they just had to get it. They just had to get there, hit that wave at the right time, and they just coasted right into the Super Bowl.
While we have time, why don't we? What about the game that is happening tonight?
Exciting game. High over under, so you got to expect fireworks. No?
Yeah,
Yeah, you should.
but I mean, yeah, I like the Lions in this one. Um, really for no reason. I think you're getting a lot of points with them. I think it's going to be ultimately three or less, maybe even 1 point game. It's going to be a good game. These are two teams that don't play each other much. Fun one.
Yeah. Lamar
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson versus the NFCs, his career record is like I think he only lost like once or twice. I'm not sure
Wow.
if you yeah, his record versus the NFC is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Right, because like you brought up the point, they don't play much. So Lamar Jackson is just so different that they don't even
Oh
know what
yeah,
to
there's no one
expect.
like him in the
Yeah,
well, there's no one like
but
him in the league.
yeah, of course. But I agree with you, Dave, with the Lions. If the line, not that they're gonna win, I like the Ravens, but if the Lions do win, yeah, I think it really juices them up. Then it's like, all right, the Lions are still a top team because
Yeah, yeah.
we're
Right.
a lot of people are down on them because they're losing the coordinators, and then week one they look so bad. So this is kind of a big week. If they do win tonight,
Or
they're
even
getting
keep it
their roses.
competitive. Keep it competitive.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
even if
mean
you, like you said, even if you don't win, just keep it super
that's
competitive.
true. Yeah,
Keep it
but
close and just show other teams that I can compete with one of the best teams in the league right now.
yeah,
Yeah, but you got to turn those competitive games into wins.
Yeah, eventually, yes. Yeah,
I mean, last year they went what, 14-2, the Lions?
15.
yeah,
15-2.
yeah. They had a great season.
Like, wow.
Yeah, and Lamar Jackson is
Yeah, what's the record?
24 and 2.
Yeah, I knew it was something like insane.
That's bananas.
And conveniently enough, one of his only two losses
I
is
know.
against a very bad
Giants.
2022 New York Giants.
Yep. Who
Yay.
was the other one, Burrs? Does it
Eagles
say?
last year. Eagles last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah, and that Giants, like to talk about the Chiefs though. Ah, I mean they
They
won.
just they just look so slow. It wasn't impressive. They won, but they weren't impressive. They don't have any firepower. Like all their guys are just stale and slow.
Well,
Uh,
they got firepower coming back. You got Xavier Worthy
Yeah,
coming back next
yeah.
week, and you got Rashi
That's
Rice coming back in 2 weeks. So
right.
we might be talking about a very different
True.
Kansas City
Yeah,
Chief
Yeah.
team.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Uh,
That's a good point.
let's see what I want to see what their Super Bowl odds are now after they won yesterday, because like I said to you the other day, it might have been the best time to get their odds to
Yeah,
win
that's a good point.
That's
It
the
probably
very
Super
good point.
Bowl.
was. It probably was.
Nope, it's pretty good right now. Plus 1400. I love that number.
I'm not
Nom,
taking
nom,
it.
nom,
I
nom, nom,
don't
nom,
think
nom.
they're a Super Bowl team, but yeah,
They were in
I
the Super Bowl last year.
yeah, but
They got beat
that
up.
was last year.
Yeah, they're it's still a very competitive team. And when they get all their pieces together, they're going to still be a very competitive team.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna look like when they get Worthy and Rice back. And then if Kelsey would be their number three option, it's pretty good.
And maybe they can get a running
Yeah.
back that can actually make a play.
No, they can't. I think it's just a
Eh.
thing with the Kansas City Chiefs. They just notoriously cannot have a decent, very subpar running back. Exactly.
Even though they had one of
Stinks.
the best fantasy football player running backs ever,
Yeah,
Jamal
Oh,
Charles.
yeah. But after
yeah,
that,
that was like
well,
10 years ago, or even more.
more.
Yeah, it was like
Cursed,
15 years ago,
cursed
Jamal
from
Charles.
Jamal Charles. Yeah, their running game. And they made a good point in that game last night. They were saying how they just need like a scat back, someone that can make those explosive plays because Hunt and Pacheco are like the same guy. They run
Yes.
hard, but they're not going to get you much more than
Yeah.
5 yards.
No,
They don't catch either.
correct.
Either one of them really have great hands.
Yeah, Pacheco does not catch.
Yeah.
No, he's got.
I don't like
hands.
Pacheco. I know he's a Jersey kid. I do not like Pacheco.
No.
But anywho, yeah, no, let's everyone who's gonna watch the game, let's go watch the game. Let's go Lions.
Yeah, I love talking to you guys, but I'm actually really excited to watch this game tonight.
Go
All
watch the
right.
game. I'll see
Yep.
everyone in a few days.
All right, boys.
Bye,
See you guys.
guys.
See you later.
Bye bye.